Good morning, this is Kasturi Day. Today I am going to discuss the question answer series of transport of food and minerals in plants. So in the last video I did all these short question answers, that is objective type question answers, these true and false, fill in the blanks, choose the correct answer, define the following, and now I am starting with the difference between the points. Okay, so first one is xylem and phloem. The difference between xylem and phloem. First is xylem transports water and minerals from the roots to the aerial parts of the plant, and phloem transport food materials from the leaves to the other parts of the plant. Xylem are mostly they are made up of dead cells, whereas phloem they are mostly made up of living cells. Then xylem forms vascular bundles with phloem. They are located towards the inner side of the vascular bundles. Xylem are located towards the inner side of the vascular bundles, and phloem they form the vascular bundles with the xylem. They are located on the outer side of the vascular bundle. Okay, they are outer side of the vascular bundle, and xylem are inside in the vascular bundle. Then we come to second difference, that is osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis is movement of water molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of their higher concentration to the region of their lower concentration. Whereas in diffusion, their movement of salt and mineral molecules from a region of their higher concentration to a region of their lower concentration. Osmosis that takes place only in the liquid medium, whereas diffusion takes place in any medium such as solid, liquid, or gas. Okay. Then osmosis requires a semi-permeable membrane, whereas diffusion does not require a semi-permeable membrane. Osmosis is a slow process, whereas diffusion is comparatively faster process in gas, slower in liquids. So the main difference between this osmosis and diffusion is osmosis requires a semi-permeable membrane and diffusion does not require a semi-permeable membrane. Okay. Next I come to diffusion and active transport. First is the movement of molecular or ion molecules or ions of a substance from their higher concentration to a region of lower concentration, that is diffusion. And the active transport is the opposite of diffusion, that is movements of ions or molecules of a substance from their lower concentration to a region of their higher concentration using energy. Then diffusion, the movement of solute or solvent molecules, whereas in active transport, the movement of ions only, no water. Water does not move in the opposite direction, but ions only move from this lower concentration to higher concentration. And then diffusion, no cell energy is needed, wherein it's an active transport, as it is against the natural process, that is from higher to lower. It is opposite to that is from lower to higher, so it requires a cellular energy, that is in the form of ATP. Now diffusion occurs through a non-living permeable membrane, whereas an active transport there is a selectively permeable membrane is required. Okay, now we come to answer the following questions in short. Okay, what are root hairs? Mention their function. So root hairs are single-celled protuberances of some cells in the outermost layer of the root. So from the outermost layer of the root, that is from the epidermis of the root, some protuberances of some cells they occur, some outgrowths which occurs from some of the cells of the roots. They are single cellular. Okay, that is, it's an extension of the same cell. Okay, so that is they are called the root hairs. These cells are covered with thin cell wall. They absorb. What is the function? Their function is to absorb water from the soil. Now, what is semi-permeable membrane? It is a thin membrane that allows the movement of selected molecules through it. Okay, it is a thin membrane which allows only selected materials, selected molecules to pass through it. For example, cellophane paper or egg membrane. Okay, Now name the factors responsible for the ascent of sap. First factor is transpiration pull, root pressure, capillary action and imbibition. Okay, we know that more is the transpiration pull, the more will be the ascent of sap. That is, the sap will ascend more into the plant tissues. Then root pressure. If the root pressure is more, then that will push the push the sap from the root to the xylem. Then capillary action, it's the ability of water to rise up in their thin tubes, okay, or columns. It's the ability of the water to rise up in their thin tubes or columns. That is, when the water when it is in the xylem, they are forming a column in the thin tube, okay, and that is getting up, okay, that rises up, okay. And then imbibition is the phenomenon in which colloidal particles attract a large amount of water. The colloidal particles which are present in the xylem, which are present in the soil rather, they are attracting large amount of water, and then that's why it is helping the plant to absorb more water and pushing it into the xylem, so that the sap rises up. It is ascending, okay. So list the factors that affect the rate of transpiration. It is the sunlight, wind, temperature and humidity, okay. What happens when it is a sunny day? More water is lost by transpiration. When the temperature is high, when it is a hot day, that time also what happens? The more water is lost due to transpiration, and again that is rate of transpiration increases. When it is a windy day, when wind is flowing, too much wind is flowing, then that also creates the rate of transpiration to rise, because it is evaporating the water which is on the leaf, and more water is it is pulling more water from the soil, and then that also coming out through the leaves, through the stomata of the leaves. And humidity, what happens? It's the reverse. Where it is that, because when it is humid, when the climate is humid, what happens? The rate of transpiration is less, because wind is not flowing, so there is no evaporation from the leaf surface, and therefore what happens? So the water is staying there, so less water will be coming out, less water will be absorbed by the roots, and less water will be coming out from the roots, and therefore the rate of transpiration will be less, okay. Next is name a few macronutrients required by the plants: oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. Okay. Next is list the factors that affect absorption of water in plants. First is availability of soil water. How much water will be there in the amount of capillary water which is present in the soil. That amount of if it is more amount of water which is present in the capillary in the capillary water is present in the soil, that much therefore excuse me, so water will be absorbed more, okay. Plants absorb capillary water present in the soil. So, more the capillary water present in the soil, more will be the absorption. But if the water present in the soil is higher, that is waterlogged, if it is waterlogged, this happens generally during the rainy season, when there is waterlogged in the soil, and that time what happens? The oxygen level in the soil decreases, and that creates an anaerobic respiration for the plant roots, because plant due to lack of oxygen they breathe anaerobically and they produce alcohol which degenerate the roots, okay. Then soil temperature. If the temperature of the soil is less, permeability of the soil membrane, cell membrane reduces. Okay, and when the temperature reduces, the viscosity of the capillary water increases. That is, capillary water becomes thick. Okay, then when the temperature falls or increases, when it is between 20 to 35 degrees centigrade, that is temperature, that is no normal temperature for the soil to absorb water. Okay, but if the temperature increases or decreases above, it goes down below 20 or it goes above 35 degrees centigrade, absorption inhibits. That means absorption, there is no absorption takes place. Then it is essential for the activity of the enzymes for the formation of the root hairs. Okay, so soil temperature, this controls the activity of the enzymes, okay, for the formation of the root hairs. Then soil air, when the absorption of water is more in the aerated soil, rate of absorption is less due to deficiency of oxygen, improper respiration in the roots. Okay, if there is soil air is less. I told you when there is waterlogged, soil air is less. Okay, so that time the rate of absorption is less. Then soil concentration, rate of absorption of water is equal to 1 by, that is inversely proportional to the concentration of soil minerals. Okay, if the soil mineral concentration is more, rate of absorption will be less. Plasmolysis or wilting will take place. If the mineral concentration is more, absorption of water from the soil will be less and the plant will wilt, because the plant cells, there will be plasmolysis, water will come out of the cell. Okay, there will be deficiency of water. And if the transpiration, according to Kramer, according to Kramer, rate of water absorption is directly proportional to rate of transpiration. If rate of absorption is more, if rate of transpiration is more. Okay, so let us stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the questions in my next video. Please go through them. If you have any doubt or if you have any other question regarding this chapter, please do write in the comment box, or you can also write me in my email ID. Okay. And if you like the video, press the like button so that I can produce you some more enthusiastic videos. And if you are a new viewer to my channel or you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe to get the notification of my next video. Thank you.